Greetings, survivors of the aftermath. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid, King of Louisville, episode 28, The Trail of Gore. So, Operation Ambulance and Coffee is a go. Stairs are very difficult. Before I leave, I figured I should top up the generator, not that needs it, but with the can that has partial fuel, and then use that as the backup can in the truck. So now the generator's topped up, and then this can I can put fuel in because it's half empty. Or actually, I'm an optimist. It's half full. These zombies have been dead long enough that I think we're gonna start to see some corpse rot pretty soon. Is that a ham radio? There is a ham radio somewhere in there. Oh, speaking of which, I haven't tuned this radio for emergencies. Let's add the emergency channel. There we go. To get the weather report. Wow, there's already a lot of zombies here. Alright, fine. Be like that, huh? No task is easy. The good news is it's starting to get colder because it's later in the season, meaning I can wear more clothing and not overheat from it. So I can fight with higher levels of protection, which is good. Come on, some crits. There we go. Get them out. I'll take your shoes. You know what? Yeah, let's make a point of dismantling electrical stuff. I'm still not electrical 2. I think there'd be a benefit to get up the electrical skill a little higher. So any dismantleable digital watches I'll do. And earbuds. Wall clocks, etc. I like the random tangent that chat's on, trying to figure out how viable it would be to make mass amounts of kimchi in the zombie apocalypse. imagine a lot of Korean restaurants probably have a pretty hearty supply of kimchi materials. Or just pre-made kimchi, maybe even. So if you wanted kimchi in the zombie apocalypse, all you'd have to do is go to the closest Korean restaurant, and you probably have a few years' supply, provided that you can keep it frozen and fresh. Speaking of frozen and fresh, these zombies are starting to rot and stink. Stanky zombies. Hey, Frostlamp, thanks for the gifted subs. Okay, yep, there's too many zombies close by. 15-mile-an-hour winds. Heavy clouds, light fog. Oh no, not fog. Oh, and thunderstorms? It's gonna be stormy again? Now I'm starting to think not only is it a zombie apocalypse, but it's also a weather apocalypse. The amount of crummy weather that this part of Kentucky's been getting is ridiculous. I also find it funny the amount of these zombies that have walkie-talkies on them. Seems relatively hilarious to me. Like they're all part of some sort of, you know, a ham radio club or something. I've dismantled, I don't know, like 4 or 5 walkie-talkies. Maybe these are just the Stranger Things boys. Alright, I think it's probably safe for me to refuel now. Cleared out enough. Here. You can have my random radio parts. These Kentucky zombies should have way more guns on them. Yeah, or maybe the ones with guns are still alive somewhere else. They made it out. We're just looking at the subset of Kentuckians that weren't strapped. Does the gas mat help corpse rot? No, not at all. It doesn't do anything for me. It weighs something. It makes me more insulated and water and wind resistant, I guess. Which is not a thing that my character has to care about in this season. But as Pastrami said, and as I said like an hour ago, there is a mod that allows you to be corpse rot resistant wearing gas masks. Just not a mod I'm using at the moment. So in order to get the ambulance, I think I am going to kill my way through these zombies rather than drive to it and then try to clear it. Because that's going to be harder to do, I think. Oh god, there's just so many of them. Fine. I did state my intention. It's cabbage time. part of me thinks maybe I should make a bat with nails in it. Because my lung blunt skill is my best skill. And a bat with nails in it is some of the most efficient lung blunt killing. So for zombies that I don't care about the quality of their clothing, that might be a good choice, even though that specific weapon does break really quickly. It's also easy to repair. But for zombies, like when I'm trying to horde kill, it might make sense to just have like 5 or 6 bats with nails and just use them up, and that might kill these zombies a little bit faster than a crowbar. Although my crowbar skill is pretty good. Certainly not too inefficient. So we're almost at the blue truck. That's in this lot to the right, or to the southwest. Oh no, they're coming behind. And another crowbar! The lovely thing about crowbars is they're so hard to break, and they're somewhat common enough to find on zombies that you tend to net more crowbars than you lose when you use crowbars. Because now I'm up 2 crowbars since I started, and I'm using my original crowbar. So I'm up a crowbar and a half from when I started. That's how unbelievably high durability the crowbar is. Especially at higher maintenance skills and higher lung blunt skills, because higher maintenance will allow you to use the crowbar without damaging it, and higher lung blunt skill allows you to kill in fewer swings. So as your crowbar level, as your lung blunt level levels up, you just become more and more vicious with the crowbar. It becomes pretty awesome. Hey, Pro Snoozer. Thank you for the bits. Anything particularly notable happened from the start of the stream? A lot of gunplay. Quite a lot of gunplay. So this truck has a very loud engine. It actually has gasoline in it. I'm going to mark it down. I'm actually going to hotwire it and then mark it down as a usable car and leave it where it is. I'm not going to strip it for parts or anything. So we have a usable car here. Let's go ahead and hotwire it. That way, if I'm ever in the neighborhood and I'm like, oh shoot, I just totaled my car, I can use this thing instead. If Louis can remember how to hotwire. There it goes. Oh, what about that black truck over there? That looks in pretty good condition. It might be worth peeking over there, too. Because I'm, of course, looking for parts for heavy vehicles, too. So I'm going to check the other 2 step trucks here as well. For there's one okay-ish tire here. What kind of tire is it? I don't even know. I'd like to try to get performance tire. Ooh, beta blockers. Performance tires on my vehicles. Like high durability performance tires would be ideal. Same with performance suspension and everything. Can you stop rolling up on me as I'm doing car mechanics? It's rude. Steal your lighter. So this is a regular tire. The suspension in this step truck is performance, though. And 3/4 of the suspension here is in pretty good quality. I don't even know of my own truck, whether its suspension is performance or not. That'd be a question to answer. Here we have performance suspension as well. Tires are performance tires. Okay. And they're in pretty good condition. So the tires on this truck is not bad. Actually, the condition of this truck is really good too. High quality engine that isn't too loud. Pretty high durability. The only things that are really damaged are the windshield and hood. Otherwise, it's a really high HP car. No gas, though. I don't know why I'm checking this one. It looks ruined. It's ruined. No point. All right, next check is that ambulance that's, wasn't the ambulance, like, right here? Or was it a block to the south? Alright, so if you're wondering about my own vehicle stats, because I never really in-depth checked it, I have got performance tires that are quite ruined. This one has 37% condition, so 3 of my tires are below 50, which is bad, but they were performance. Suspension is performance, and it's all in really high quality. Brakes are only regular, and 3/4 of the brakes are in pretty bad condition. The gas tank is in really bad condition as well. 40% condition, doesn't have a lot of volume. Trunk lid is pretty cooked. Trunk could be repaired. Ultimately, the truck is in relatively good condition for the parts that matter. Except for the tires. The tires are worrisome. They're pretty low HP. I'm not going to bother switching parts right now, though. Oh, did I aggro that whole group? I hope not. Maybe? Well, I'll prep for it. What is my long blunt at now? 5? Not bad. Should see more crits and high hits. Wait your turn. $1132 kills so far. Oh, I'm getting drowsy. Well, there goes the fun. Still made pretty good progress. Got to the gas station, topped up the fuel, cleared. Let's see how close I am. I still have 2 city blocks left to go, so it's not that close, but, you know, cleared a decent amount between me and the target. And I'll do some vitamin pill popping in order to continue a little bit later into the day. I have no idea if beta blockers and vitamins are supposed to be euphemisms for anything. Obviously, vitamins don't work to reduce your fatigue in real life. But beta blockers would calm you down. I don't think that they would be all that. It wouldn't have a significant impact if you're panicked by zombies. But, you know, people will take beta blockers for, like, public speaking and things like that. So that's not too crazy. Sounds like there's a lot of zombies stuck somewhere inside, though. So be prepared for a deluge. Where was that ambulance? I forget. Don't shove my shins. Hey, Glitch! Pleasure to have you here, buddy. They're just generic uppers and downers? Whatever the case might be, I'm glad I have them. Oh, there's the ambulance. All right, let me try to get to the ambulance. At least I can check that off the list. There's only maybe 25 zombies between me and it. Maybe a little more. 30. As long as I have vitamins and my panic pills, it seems obtainable. Oh, getting exhausted though. High exhaustion, not so good. Given my exhaustion level and panic level, I'm gonna get in the truck, drive away, and then come back. Unless it gets too dark. Really, truck? Really, truck? Now's the time where you start on 4th? It's the longest time it's ever taken for me to start up that truck, and it just so happens to coincide with the only time I'm actually surrounded. Jeez. Reliably unreliable. I only wanted to, like, drive a half a block away, not even to de-aggro the zombies, just to, like, sit my butt on the ground for a minute. Maybe have myself a nice little read. Murphy's Law? Nah, no kidding. It's legit never taken 4 attempts to start before. And it's a pretty high quality engine and high condition engine. Yeah, not that high, but not turned 4 times over bad. At least not that I realized until now. What were you wearing? Oh, really? You were wearing a shredded tank top. That makes sense. She looked very strange. Maybe panic and fatigue affects it? Not that I know of. I think the only things that affect the car starting is there gasoline? What is the condition of your battery? What is the condition of your engine? And what is the quality of your engine? And, you know, is your car... I guess there's some other factors, like, do you have wheels? But, you know, those are kind of obvious. Do you have gas? But it's like battery, engine quality, engine condition would be the big ones. Onyx, thanks for the resub, too. Dog treats. Here you go. 1 for Yoda. And 1 for Tusk. The thing with chance and statistics is there's always a chance for you, for it to be way worse randomly. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I'll say at like 7 p.m. I'll turn around. It's very doubtful that I'll make it there. No, never mind. I just got drowsy. I'm going to turn around. No. I don't want to suck down yet another bottle of vitamins. A question for you all. Should I continue tomorrow? Or do you want me to take another task? Look at the path that I have cleared thus far. Tomorrow in game, yes. Yeah, not. I'm still streaming. I decided to park here as there's been multiple instances of zombies in my garage, which it's just gonna be easier if I park out that way. Crowbar, you are pretty close to breaking. I do have a spare now that I took off a dead zombie. Do I determine the radius? Yeah, the radius is there aren't any zombies inside, so they aren't going to affect me. For the corpse rot, if I'm inside and they're outside, it's a non-factor. If I had dead zombies inside, I believe the number is something like, I forget what the number is, like 15 zombies or 20 zombies are required at a minimum to start the whole, oh, there's corpses and they're going to rot. So there is a radius and there is a minimum quantity, but then there's also the concept of outdoors, indoors. So because they're all outdoors and I'm indoors, it's not something I need to worry about. There could be a million of them out there, and it wouldn't matter as long as I'm indoors. If I stepped outside, and there was a million of them, yeah, I would immediately suffer from corpse rot. But corpse rot, like, brief exposure to corpse rot isn't gonna kill me. It's just gonna get me a little sick. Yeah, I was wrong about moving the Zeds away. And even still, like, I don't even have doors on the downstairs, and it's still inside. What is inside and outside, I think is pretty much baked into the map file, which makes building your own structures from scratch a little frustrating, but it does mean that, like, you could break all the windows and doors on the bottom floor and it's not going to matter. The game still will consider it indoors. I'm pretty sure. I probably need to eat like a glutton. Oh, I think this was the mayonnaise or something. It composted. So we have 8.8% of the composter is now full. Neat. Composting is working. Refill the Jenny before sleeping. The generator should be, I'm guessing, like 96%. It's not going to be at risk of running out of gas. Let's see. 99%. Yeah, I think we're okay. I appreciate your concern, but like refueling once every 2 weeks is, or maybe every week is probably enough. So I finished Farmingville 3. Nice. So next up will be Taylorville 3. You guys want me to continue working my way to the coffee shop tomorrow. Got it. And ambulance. So I'm going to gain weight. The I'll do some cooking for once. I don't think Louis is going to want to eat straight lard. A little birdie tells me. I don't know what to make with the lard. Lard and broccoli soup. I should do something with the eggs, actually. So, yeah, let's make some weird stew. There is a candy store. Yeah, there's candy stores and convenience stores and stuff like that I would be able to get my weight up at. I'm not super worried about my weight. Microwaved eggs. Am I in an area for trapping? I mean, I could trap, like, mice, because I'm in an urban area. But there's not going to be good trapping anywhere close by. There's a large park in the center of Louisville that would maybe have, like, stuff to trap. But that's way over here. It's half the city away. I don't think this is going to be enough woods to be considered woods, because it's pretty urban. So, yeah, the only rural... the cube that you see revealed here is what I'm restricted to in the game rules. So, like, hypothetically, I could drive east until I got to the middle of nowhere, but it's not worth doing. I could fish, yes. I definitely could fish. I live pretty close to the water. Alright. Carton of eggs. Let's see. Open. Create stew with eggs. And lard. And broccoli. Eggs. Egg, broccoli, and lard stew. Maybe with some carrots too. Oh, it's full. Okay. This is dinner. Or something. I'll put the rest of the eggs away. And I'll keep the broccoli and the carrots on me as a snack. Oh, there's still more lard. I'll put that away too. I wonder how many calories this thing is. It's probably pretty caloric, considering it's like eggs, broccoli, and lard. One could imagine it get you fat. If I'm cooking, let me switch books that I'm focusing on. I'll read the cookbook instead. So that would be Cook Volume 2. I think. Yep. God, the corners to drag the inventory screen is like so microscopic. Now, the other problem is I don't think I have serving bowls. Normally you would split a stew up into, like, halves or quarters to eat a reasonable amount in one sitting. But, Louis is a gourmand. What can I say? Eat half. Mm-hmm. Save the other half in your backpack somehow. Just video game logic of how that works. I don't know. Stick half a stew in your backpack. Okay, cool. Good to go. Oh, this is not where I parked. Force of bad habits. I have no idea if it's actually safe. I can't see out that way. Oh, it's not. Fancy that. Oh, it's a foggy day. I should make a sub bowl to make this in real life and eat it. I don't eat lard in real life, so sorry, but no. If I could replace the lard with like butter, I'd consider it, but I mean, broccoli, eggs, and butter doesn't sound bad at all. That actually sounds like what I would like to eat for dinner tonight. I have no idea what the wife is going to do. I think she's getting takeout, and I'm hoping that she gets Korean takeout and gets soft tofu soup. That's my hope. But whatever I end up eating is fine. But the soft tofu soup is like tofu, kimchi, egg, and spices with, you know, in a broth, which is pretty similar to what Louis just made. Does running over zombies hurt the car? Only if it makes you crash. It doesn't do anything to the tires unless the bouncing makes you hit something. I'll show it to you in a second, next time I drive. Because there's a way to check what... you can leave the car maintenance screen up as you drive, so that you don't have to believe me, you can just check for yourself. And it's one thing that I often do. Where you, before you start driving, just open up this. So you can see I'm at 65.6%. And you can also see all the conditions of the tires. So like my front right tire is 47%. And you can just keep an eye on your car's condition as you drive around town. And as you can see, running over corpses hasn't done a lick of difference here. If I smashed into zombies, it would start to do a difference, but for running them over, it does nothing. As is evidenced. You're welcome for the info. In fact, bumping lone zombies at low speed won't even damage your car. Bumping multiple zombies at low speed will damage your car, but like hitting a zombie at like 5 miles an hour, like tapping it, won't even damage, surprisingly. It's kind of hard to demo that when I don't control the amount of zombies that are around me. Wow, your clothing is pretty shredded. It's really too bad that the fire helmet doesn't come with like a flashlight. That's the one thing that the most popular Project Zomboid mod adds, which is lights attached to helmets, the miner helmet. We are in Kentucky, especially in the 90s, pretty famous for coal mining. Still famous for coal mining, not that there's a lot of coal miners left in America nowadays, but so it's really not inconceivable. I mean, in Louisville, it'd be a little strange. Like, it would be like, oh, this is my grandpop's mining helmet, which probably would not use batteries. But yeah, I don't know. It's one thing I wish Vanilla Zomboid had some way to illuminate without having to hold a flashlight. Cool. It is shotgun shells, but no shotgun. The roaming and shuffling mechanic really keeps screwing me. I'm like almost back to square one. I mean, it's probably thinned out a bit up ahead compared to, I don't know, let's say a week ago. But it seems like I've made almost no progress at all, given that I'm still clearing at this intersection. In the 90s, they had those electric headband ones. Yeah, I had them. I had a pair of those as well. They were heavy and awkward to use. That'd be nice to have. Like a jogger's headlamp. I gotta be careful with this window, it's open. That's a really easy way to die. Fight zombies next to an open window like that. And if if like a zombie from inside decided to lunge out that window, they could tackle you. It's kind of actually how Louis the First died. Not exactly, but sort of similar situation. With zombies jumping out of windows unexpectedly. And that zombie just chose to do the leg lunge. One of the reasons to search, and I wouldn't make a point of it because it would take you forever, but one of the reasons to search residences over like books. Oh, wow. How to use generators right here. One of the reasons to search residences over bookstores for books is you'll also sometimes find annotated maps or VHS tapes that you're not going to find in store. I mean, not in this case, but there's a greater possibility of finding interesting and useful videos in people's homes. But it's such a reduced chance that, like, I would definitely suggest not purposely setting out looking for it, because it could take like 100 houses to find one tape. Not time efficient, unless you have nothing else to do. There's the ambulance, just next to 50 other zombies. Robot check. Very damaged. Will probably break today. Might be time for more stew, too. Now that you guys remind me. I'm trying to keep my weight up. That looks so absurd. Just... Bottoms up, friends! It's gumbo o'clock! Now I have a backup helmet. You cannot, yeah, Zanespur, as Blindspot says, you cannot repair a crowbar. But because it's a relatively common, I was saying this before, relatively common weapon to find on the backs of zombies, you can replace broken crowbars with found crowbars. Often. more often than axes. I would say the chance of you getting a net positive of crowbars is greater than net positive of axes, unless you have a ridiculously high maintenance skill and axe skill. Well, we're almost there. It's also a pretty dense part of the city. You know, the more floors that we're dealing with, because this is a 3-story building, the more chance is that there's zombies that are going to, like, jump out of 2nd and 3rd story windows and just join the fight. Ooh, let's continue the crits. Aw. Hey, he got close. He went in for a bite, but I wasn't close enough for him to actually connect because I had backed up. That was the closest to a nibble I've had in a while. I mean, there was 0 chance that it would have worked, because I usually am not close even enough for them to start that animation. I'm actually impressed by the amount of useful items these zombies typically have. I'm getting cigarettes and lighters and all sorts of good stuff off of them. Not as many... Oh, my tiredness. Oh, come on, man. Okay, I just got vitamins off of one of them, so I'm gonna eat that. Where's my vitamins? Yeah, it's only 3 p.m. It's not time to turn back. A lot of leather, too. I haven't bothered to strip the leather off these zombies, because it would just take me a lot longer. Water level's getting a little low, but I still have another bottle left. Let's keep going. Fueled by carrots and cigarettes. Straight vitamins are expensive. Yeah, that they are. Oh, speaking of them. Why'd you have to say that out loud? Now I have to take some more. Oh, Jesus, there's just so many. It really is too bad that I don't have a beater car that I could just abuse. Because I've been stuck at this intersection for a while now. How many more swings does Crowbar have left in it? Enough for this group? We will find out. One broke out behind me. Noted. There's so much activity in these apartment buildings. So many zombies hear me and are trying to figure out how to get to me. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid King of Louisville, which originally streamed live on Twitch February 16th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow zombie slayers.